What did you? Where did you end up last time when I had to like board the plane and you guys, which where did you leave off, or did you have any like things you want to reiterate on?
I think Julian, you were showing us code. Yeah.
We went pretty in depth on the upcoming example of the. I think we were at somewhere in the asset structure.
Share.
So it was just the one we were about to start.
Like the work.
Yeah, exactly. So my USD environment wasn't properly set up. It didn't compile, so we went through it in depth with the code to understand what is happening there. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, for the new guys, we take one or more steps here in this learning path each time, and let's discuss it and yeah, do it together. So if there are any questions or remarks or from your experience, just add and yeah, contribute. Yeah, more than welcome. So shall we go over that? Asset parameterization. Difference between variance and prim vars. Did you cover that?
Don't think so.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we can go through that. What's an asset parameterization? It's basically to have different variants or different appearances. Variance sets and prim vars. So I think variance sets is basically the thing you will see more in your practice. Prim vars is more like for shaders and these kind of things, I'd say. But yeah, that's how a variance set looks like. Structure. Yeah. Here it says, okay, I've got a variance set called color variant, and it's red, blue, and green, basically. And these are like prim vars. Exactly, if you do like a lot of different variants. So these are prim vars, parameter interpolated and primarily used to provide additional data to shading context. Yes, I've seen that mostly in shading development. Materials can be constructed to read base color. Yeah. Prints exactly. So that's basically like an array of values, and you use it like for different elements downstream. So normally, for example, you can also have like if you want to have a color per triangle, for example, right? Then you can. This is basically a prim var thing. Janja, that was a question?
No.
Above. Yeah, also good point to use like these namespace helpers. So it's like structuring your attributes, right? So for example, if I use for synctrin a special attribute, I do st double point. You know? Generating prototypes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's something for instancing. I think that's going to be covered later on as well. Instancing, yeah, here. Saving, no. Yeah. Connections and relationships. Interrupt practical words. Connection. Yeah, I haven't seen that a lot in my practice, but let's do the exercise. Yeah. Here's the Primor. Now we have updated the assets, so the roof material now accepts the Primor for its diffuse color. In the Visual Code, open the following file. So let's open that. What is it? Asset structure exercise 5 content. And the new members, you need the assets. Here it's written. So it's a zip file you unzip into your USD root. Just that here. And if you don't have anything installed yet, here is the description how to get the initial structure started. And then you end up with something like that. That's the wrong one. Yeah. It's USD root. And here are all the things we need for our USD journey. And the thing it's just talking about is here asset structure. Okay. Asset structure exercise 5 contains shading. Contains shading. No. That. Yeah, that's a shader. What do we see here? Find the following snippet in that file, should be around 68. So in general, this is a material shader preview surface with a diffuse color, like a grayish thing. No. Material. There we go. It says shader primvar accent color. That's that guy. ID, fallback, yeah. It says inputs varname accent color. And if it doesn't get that, it uses this as a fallback. Red, green, blue. So yeah. Let's explore in the author primers accent color. Okay. So where is Primrose accent color? Do we have that? Do you see that? No? Oh, that's probably happening now. Yeah. So let's
I think it's added with the Python script.
Exercise 5. Create asset parameters. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so what's happening here? We're opening the file, default primers. So yeah, so we edit our default prim and create this primvar and set the color to red. Yeah, sounds straightforward. So let's do that. So in order to activate our Python environment, what do I have to do? USD, where is it? Python USD env. I said Python activate. Right. So now we have our Python activated. And let's do that. So it should, yeah, didn't complain. So let's see what has happened. Let's start the USD view. Yeah. Yeah. There's something red, yeah. So the roof shader in my accent color. It's red, but do you see something? We said that roof. Is this the roof? No? No. Should this be red? No, no. I don't see any red. Then selecting the roof trim and the trim unit and selecting accent color. It's, yeah, it says we got the value. But I don't see any red, right? Or is no. That's strange. Maybe I'll open it with the Omniverse viewer. Have you got the same? I'll just check. So, kit a template. So I'm using here the normal kit app template from NVIDIA for the viewer. Time? There we go. So here is a composer. Asset structure accent large building F. I don't see a red thing. What could be the problem? Here. It says we have the right material. Look through. Let's read on. There's a group print in the trigger, and then select an accent color. Yeah, we see that, but we don't see it red, right? And where does it include the shading USD? Yeah, so actually looks quite okay-ish. Yeah, I don't have an answer right now. Maybe that's something to look into during the week, right? Should be read from my opinion as well. Yeah. Or should we move on, huh? So onto the reference payload pattern. Yeah, that's also something I've seen often. You basically have the payload below. And if we say use payloading and reference payload pattern, yeah. So yeah, so there is a file with a payload, and you basically reference it, so you can switch between using it with payload and without payload. Okay. And it provides like an interface, yeah. So certain parts, so that's basically also a common pattern, that certain parts, if you have a large file like this car, right, huge geometry, and it has certain variants inside, and you want to be able to use quickly this file and switch between variants, but not necessarily always read the whole geometry. So that's when you put the geometry into payload, and since the variants are, you say, lofted, you can still access this information. So that's how what's told here. Yeah, called lofting. That's an important concept.
Maybe, Mickey, maybe I missed it because I was on a call here in between. So from my understanding, the difference between reference and payload is mainly the one is loaded on demand and the other is always loaded. Yeah. Is there anything else major different?
No, that's here it's combining these two approaches. It's by referencing an asset which contains a payload. Basically, as you said, payload is a loading on demand. You can say, I want to load it and unload it in order to quickly access a complex scene structure without loading the heavy parts. So, and referencing, as you said, normally you just reference it. But we can also do a little example.
Do you know? So, is there any automation mechanism about loading payloads when we have some physics stuff in there that might interact with something that is in our definitely loaded scene?
So that's basically how you structure your component.
Yeah, but will it automatically load? So when will it, is there an automation, or do I need to load it in that case?
You can specify this when loading the stage, if it should load the payloads or not.
Okay, it's just my choice. So if I don't load it and it would be relevant, I just made a mistake. Okay.
Yeah. See here, if you here, for example, in open file, you do an open payload.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's do an or is there an example you can use? Yeah, let's do it like that maybe. So it's something since there's contents. I do a heavy thing. Is it? No, we don't have assets. Yeah, let's do the exercise maybe now. Open fields. So the payload, create our own variant sets and control lower level variant sets. Yeah, active. So here, what it does, it also uses this class definition as well. But here's the payload. It's in contents, and contents has these variant sets. But you basically loft it to this level in order to load it anyway if the payload is not activated. So let's load that file. Where is it? Code that creates a payload that is on code. No. No, and it's the contents. Yeah, let's do that. Exercise 6, create payload. We're doing some part. Add the following code in the assembly part 1 section. What that happens here? Let's see. Okay. So we open the stage, the large building F, get the root layer. It's basically contents layer name, contents USD. Asset layer export this to contents. Okay, so let's Let's look into the large building first, maybe. Looking here, large building, that's this guy. I think that's what we've already opened, right? So this is large building. Okay. So we have geometry and looks. So what do we expect after executing this? We expect the contents USD file containing basically the same as our large building. Let's do that. What else? I'd say we just execute it, huh? That. So 6. And let's create payloads. Aha, yeah, that's it. So we've got contents and yeah. So okay. What do we have here? Yeah. Our large building that looked like that, right? Large building, it has sublorals, blah 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 blah. And content the same. Because that's what root, so layer export does. It just writes the same structure. So next. And our root, as a root panel content layer at the following content. So create new asset layer. There's a new stage, the world prim, that's some housekeeping basically. In this case, y-axis up, and then we add our payload as our scene as a payload. Okay. So new stage, and maybe we can also print that as well. Let's do that. Copy it. Zip. Save it. So it overrides that, yeah. And do that. So, written open contents. Why is that? What did we do? Probably can't write it, so. Now, let's see. Why? We create a new stage. We do that stage. That panel. So, yeah, probably it doesn't find it, right? No, because it's in memory. let's see. We don't have standard panel default prim. Yeah. Would layer from scratch. Yeah, exactly. That's what we see. Yeah. Expected because it's a relative path. Exactly. And as I said, yeah, we're in the memory yet, so it doesn't know how to find it. No. That clear? So we have created a stage in memory, but so it doesn't have a location on disk, and so when we add our payload to content layer name, which is basically this contents USD, it doesn't know where to find it. So as soon as we write that to disk, then we'll find it. Yeah. Layer now, yeah, it's layered. Yeah, maybe let's just save it in order to so it already saved it, yeah, to large building USD, exactly. So yeah, that's what we did. And now if we open that, it finds it because here content USD is on the same directory. Let's do that. Oh yeah, already. Let's open that. Large building USD. Now we don't have a light. Let's put the light on. Oh yeah. Yeah. Didn't show. Yeah, it doesn't have the environment. Let's open that with the UST view then, let's say. But that's see, it opens the scene. What does scene do? Well, yeah, it references then a large building. Okay, why not? Why not? Let's have. Oh no, it's back. There we go. So what do we see here? It's not loading anything because it's probably not loading the payload. Does it? No, I did some. Did we do something wrong here? See. So let's see what we have the contents, right? Contents. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what did we do here? We load contents in contents. So that's recursive basically. so yeah, content should be something else. Where did we do the error? Layer export stage open work here. So Maybe let's export this. So the content should be actually containing the content of large building USD, and I think we just overwrote that, right? Yeah, yeah. So let's copy it from somewhere else. Yeah, see, that's large building as it's supposed to be. So now we have a complete large building. Let's open the large building in order to see that we actually have that. Yes, that looks better. Okay, so now again. What should happen when we do create payload? Open large building, export it to contents, USDA. Then we use that as a payload. So far, so good, I'd say. Let's try. And let's make a now let's do that. Contents USD. Now we have in contents our content of large building. Yes. And we've written large building in to use ourselves as payload. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what's yeah, I know what went wrong. Do you have an idea? So we executed this script 2 times. And at the first time, it takes the contents of large building, creates the contents USD, right, as a file, then creates in memory stage, adds the content USD as a payload, and exports it as a large building USD. So it overwrites basically the original one, right? So if we do that once again, we have the same situation as before, that we have basically the content duplicated. So basically, we should actually do it like that or something. Okay. So now let's also open maybe the file again. In order to see something. I'll put a minute. So we saw that. Yeah, we saw that as well. And the scene basically uses the building, as a reference. Yeah. Oh, let's open the scene again. File open exercise 6. Ah, looks better. And this is also here, you see that it's a payload, basically. Maybe, yeah, let's open it with payloads disabled, how it looks like. See, payloads, open. See? Now, gone. And I think we can there probably refresh. How do we activate the payload? I rarely use it. Maybe if we do, then it should be also, yeah. Let's come up and reload it. Strange. You should be able, maybe it's in payload as well. No. Ah, yeah, here it is. That's the button for the payload. Zoop. See? Zoop. So I push here on payloads. Load it.
Just not available
Unloaded.
in the context menu. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And here I thought it would be here, available here as well, but I don't see it.
Yeah, would have expected as well.
No. Yeah, well. So yeah, that's and as you saw, it's basically and the actual thing is referenced. So if you look into the scene, see our large building is referenced here into the scene, and in large building we have a payload. So and by this and I think that's happening now in the exercise. We can use this as a kind of interface file for this payload. So everything which is important to us from these contents we put into here. That's called lofting, and yeah, then we have all information without actually needing the actual payload.
Can you open it again in Omniverse
Uh-huh.
and the stage there so that I can see the tree?
That's the stage.
Yeah, the stage so I can see the scene tree. No, not the layer.
Here's the stage.
Yeah, and can you open the other folders?
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, but this is just.
And let's see. That's if you look here, it's a reference, right?
Yeah.
Reference is this file.
Yeah.
And in this file, there is as on the root prim the payload.
Okay, but I don't see when I open the stage in Omniverse. I don't see that, right?
No, you see the basically the composed scene. Yeah. Should I'm not sure if you no see yeah that's interesting. You don't see well yeah you just have the yeah the referencing no.
So, what is the advantage of doing it this way?
I think we let's go on with the exercise, and you'll see. Yeah. I did that. Here, yeah, with yeah, that might be also interesting to load the payload with a USD view as well. How that works. Here, view. Go. The building, and what did it say? Unload. Yeah, yeah. It's also payload. So we go here. Here you have the context menu for the payload. Oh. Okay. Okay. So yeah, of course. That's
Okay, it's explaining it here.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. No. Maybe should we go more to the variance first, or
Lofting variance.
bring ours? Oh yeah, let's go by so what does it actually no, hidden behind the payload? Yeah, exactly. And the payload is unloaded, consumers can easily discover the asset parameter. Exactly. So we left that primra above the payload. Yeah. So yeah, here you basically, if you haven't loaded the contents, you won't see anything clear. So let's open that guy in exercise 7, large building. Exercise 7, large building. Yeah, looks like that. Lofting parameters. Let's add the code to our lofting parameters. Add the code into the block. Okay. So, yeah, so this copy is basically a property. Content layer. Okay. As a yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's try that. Exercise 7. Loft parameters. So what happens here? So we have our asset layer. That's the building, and we have our contents layer. The contents. Let's look into content. Content has sublayers and our primvar, right? And that's something we want to have in our top file. So let's copy that code. So what happens here? In the contents layer, so contents, we go to prim world. And SDF property, SDF is basically from our programming libraries a low-level set to mess with the USD structure. So we go into our prim in the properties. Properties are relationships, attributes, and everything basically. We copy that from the content layer to the asset layer. And we remove it from the content layer, right? So what would we expect after executing this? We would expect that this accent color primvar is gone here. And it's visible here, right? Let's try. Yeah, it worked. See, large building. Here, got a new one. And in the contents, oh, gone. So now we have basically this move to well, above the payload. And we can the reason to do that is we can still edit this while the payload is not loaded, right? And so, but if the payload is loaded, it influences basically the payload. So because it's just prim, right? So let's look into the file again. Shouldn't be different. Yeah, 15 still. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you don't see a difference here because it's just basically moved the this primvar this attribute to a level up. And in the composed scene, if the payload is loaded, there is no difference. Unless we unload the payload, then you still see this attribute. Yeah, that's about it. Let's say. Yeah, let's open it. Yeah, let's open it with USD view and see what happens. And I also have to the next meeting. With the Linux version. So that guy. Okay. So in world we have the accent color, right? So that's our primvar, if we unload this, see primvar is still there. That wouldn't have been the case before. That's basically just to keep the interface available if you have the payload loaded or not. That's basically the reason behind doing that.
Can I try to recapture just for understanding? So I've got an asset, which has like a variant set in there, and I want to be able to access the variant set without having to load the asset already. Therefore, I pull out this variant set, put it a layer further up, so that I can access the variant set without having to load the
full-blown
asset, the payload.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it's like in the same structure, the variant selection still has an effect on your payload when it's activated. Right?
That's nice.
Yeah.
So basically, I will prepare an asset with variants in there. And when I pull it into a bigger structure, I'm able to, with a script, to pull this out and rearrange it.
Yeah. That's called lofting. That's also something relevant for the certification, because it's a common pattern, basically. Great.
Julia, did you know about this?
No, I never thought about this.
Yeah, I haven't known this before as well before doing this. Yeah.
Okay, but do you know if like at BMW they implemented those kind of things in their plant, Omniverse plant?
I would have to ask the BMW guys, but I suppose because it's like a pipeline thing, so should be. Yeah. I got to rush to the next call, so thank you and have a good weekend. So talk to you next week. Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for the guidance.
Yeah.
See you next week. Bye.
Ciao. Bye.